welcome to BCIS 5376. My name is Dr. Schuessler, and I will be your professor this semester. I usually like to start off the semester kind of like we would if it were a face-to-face class. So I'm going to kind of show you around our Blackboard shell in this video. The next video will be over the schedule and over the syllabus itself, and so we'll talk about that in that video. But this one's really about the Blackboard shell, how things are located, and hopefully it'll help you navigate our site a little bit better. So this is what our homepage looks like. The video right here is the one that I'm working on right now. The syllabus one's over here. Once it's all complete and those are all uploaded, I will hide this from you so you won't be able to see that at the end of construction part, and that way you'll know that everything's completed and ready to go. Further down on the homepage, I do include a Twitter feed if I find things that I think are relevant to IT, information systems, education, higher education in particular. I tend to post those things there, so keep a look out there. If you have a Twitter account, certainly follow me. You don't have to. You can, even if you don't have a Twitter account, you can kind of follow along there. If you have need for technical assistance or want to review the acceptable use policy, you can certainly take a look here. Blackboard Help Desk is very helpful. They've got some pretty good hours for the most part, and they can usually take care of most of your issues. Most of the time, Blackboard issues tend to revolve around Java, so kind of be aware of that. If you want to make sure your computer's ready and configured for Blackboard, you can click on that link. And so there's definitely some helpful information there. Netiquette, basically be professional. This is a graduate level class. Let's act like that. Treat your peers as professionals. Most of you are working in industry. Even if you're not in the IT field, most of you are professionals and are working. Computer use policy, even if you're on your own computer, but you're logged into Blackboard, you're on a university system, so act like somebody's looking over your shoulder. Okay, so our navigation structure is over here to the left, and let me enable this one here real quick. Is over here to the left. So we have our home page. If you want to get back here, simply click on that. The syllabus, which we're not really going to go through, but it's right there. It's a Google Doc that'll open up into a new window, as is the schedule, so you can click on those. When we used to be a face-to-face program, I would teach these classes face-to-face, and so I tried to include some of that content from that time. So lessons and lectures, I've kind of thrown those in there. We don't have a lot for this class, but there's basically APA formatting. Probably won't find it all that useful for this class, but for some classes you might. Lab sim test out, how to register, all those kinds of things. Keep in mind this is a very general appendix, if you will. This is for Network Pro, so it's a different course and test out than we're using in this course, but it does kind of walk you through the process of registering and all those kinds of things. Also in this course we have DreamSpark. You have access to free software, and this kind of walks you through that process, what it looks like, and all that kind of stuff. So that's what's located there. For the most part, you're not really going to use this, but it's there just in case. Students tend to like to know what the deliverables are. They want to see what it is, and I'm going to switch over to student preview mode here real quick. They want to see what it is that they need to do, what they need to turn in to get their grades for the semester. So you click over here to assessments, and under assessments we've got that pretest that you should see. Just take it. Whatever you get doesn't really matter. You're going to get your 5 points. Do the best that you can. Use that to kind of compare at the end of the semester when you're going to take the same thing and see how far you've come. Also, students' view of grades is different than mine, so I had a student that put this together to kind of show you how to see the questions that you're asked on a quiz and kind of review those questions and answers. There's the syllabus quiz, which is just really meant to be a quick, easy quiz over the syllabus, just to kind of ensure that you did actually read the syllabus, and so it should be a quick, easy grade. So print the syllabus out, have it open in a second monitor, whatever it is that you need Read through it first so you kind of know how it's laid out and where things are. But it's not meant to be tricky. It's really meant to just make sure you've read it. Then we've got the various quizzes. So one of the things you should notice is that the quizzes are open. So quizzes are all open. You should be able to access them and start working ahead. If you click on it, something else you should notice is when you go to start it, it's going to ask for a password. What's that password? That password is test. It's the same on every single quiz. So it's just really meant to prevent you from accidentally starting. So if you come in here to look at it and you hit begin, it doesn't just throw you right in. So that's the only reason behind that. Homework assignments. Homework assignments, with the exception of homework 0, are all in test out. So homework 0 is right here. There's a link to a form that you're going to need to complete. So that'll come up. You can complete that form. Also, as far as the rest of the assignment, you're going to click on homework. And when you go to click on that, you can read all about it. You can view the rubric. This is how you're going to be scored, so that you've created a shared Google Drive. When you read through the directions, it's going to tell you that you need to create a Google Drive and share it. You need to name it appropriately, give it the proper rights, all those kinds of things. All of this stuff, and that's how you're going to be scored. This video, I've included that because the only thing that you need to submit is a clickable link to that Google Drive. You can't put that clickable link in here. That you can put the link, but it won't be clickable. To make it clickable, you click on Write Submission, paste the link, and I'm just going to type link, highlight it, come over here for your hyperlink, paste in your actual hyperlink there, set it to open into a new window, click Insert, and that's it. Hit Submit, and you're good to go. That video kind of walks you through that whole process real quick too. So that is it as far as that homework assignment. The rest of the homework assignments are all in test out. So this very first one right here is really just telling you about how to get signed up for test out. So here's your promotion code, the course that you're going to be signing up for in test out, the name of the course that you're going to be joining for my course, and all that kind of stuff. So that should walk you through the process of getting registered. After that, you've got your homework assignments, and they're all posted already. So again, you can be working ahead and test out. And one thing I really want you to kind of keep in mind is this. The first homework assignment that's due is test out 1, which is the introduction. Makes sense. The next one's test out 2, installation and configuration. But then to work with, to coincide more with the text, they kind of bounce around a little bit. So then it's test out 6, then 7, then 3. So keep in mind, you're not necessarily going order in test out. So make sure you pay attention to that and you follow along the schedule. We've got some labs. They're not all set up yet. I'm still working on that. And as I get those set up, I'll make them available. I'm really kind of waiting at this point to get my RAM updated in my machine. But that's kind of where we are here. The very first one is largely just a blog right here. And so the blog kind of walks you through the process of creating your virtual machine. And so you can read through that blog and follow along with that. I like Oracle Box myself, or VirtualBox, Oracle's VirtualBox. And as far as submitting, the only thing you're going to submit is a screenshot of your virtual machine, and you're going to call it lab1.pmg. So again, to submit that file, you come over here and click the rubric. I'm really not looking for a lot. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'm really just looking to see that you're doing this kind of work. So be sure and look at that, and I actually need to edit these points a little bit. But so if you want to click on Write Submission, type in the name of it was lab1.png, highlight it, paste your link. That screenshot should be saved in your shared Google Drive that you created for homework 0. Set it to open into a new window, click Insert, and Submit. So that's it as far as the labs. And again, I'll get the rest of those labs set up over the next few days. Now, actually, I'm going to get out of preview mode here because there's some other things that are not popping up just yet for you under deliverables. Actually, there's going to be an exam right here as well. The exam is the final exam. It's the certification exam in test out. So that's where that will come from. As far as communications are right here. Course messages. If you need to send me a message, do it within Blackboard. That's how I like to keep everything all together. I try to send out announcements once per week just to kind of keep everybody on the same page and moving forward. If you have a question that you feel that you think the whole class would benefit from hearing the answer, certainly post it here. Paste that right there. Introductions, it's right there, and I'll post that my introduction here in just a moment. PowerPoints are right here. It's just a link to my Google Drive, and all the PowerPoints are already in that folder right there. Calendar, that one I'll get rid of because I don't really care for their calendar to use. Let me just switch. So there's the exams. It's just not populated yet. Your grades, if you want to check your grades, I use that as a way to kind of communicate with you. So keep that in mind. Go look at your grades. If you're getting zeros for test out assignments, there's some kind of an issue. Maybe something's not linked quite right. So if you're getting zeros and you don't think you should be, message me as soon as possible and we'll get that taken care of. I'm pretty active on social media, so you can take a look there. There's my personal website. You can take a look at Learning Community, YouTube, Twitter, LinkedIn, etc. In my face-to-face classes, I also like to show funny videos at the beginning of each class, so I've kind of thrown those all in here. And so they're all IT related in some way, shape, or form. I'm a big fan of the IT Crowd. It's a British comedy, but there's some other ones out there as well. If you run across something that you think is applicable and appropriate, certainly send it my way and I will add it to my collection. Course evaluations. If you want to see how previous students have felt about this class, I can't view it this way. But if you want to see how other students have felt about the class, you can certainly take a look. You'll have the opportunity to add to this at the end of the semester, so you can kind of scroll down and take a look at that, and there's some written comments down there as well. Let's see. Learning style, same kind of thing. Previous semesters, you guys will be contributing to this as part of one of our first assignments. And so it just kind of gives me an idea of what your learning style is and what your personality is as a class. And then lastly, there's the Blackboard help. So if you're having trouble finding something or anything like that. So the course isn't quite done, but I'm still getting it finished up. But that is kind of it in a nutshell. So that should definitely help you kind of navigate around. Again, if you want to get back to the home page, simply click on home and that will take you back to the home page. So that is it. If you have any questions, by all means, send me a message, and that's all I've got for you in this video. Thank you. Take care.